All right, guys, I want to show you quickly some tools that you didn't get to see in the Summer Flat Design tutorials, but these are really neat tools that Illustrator has that can help you with creating some of your designs. So there are so many tools on here, I can't go through them all, but I do want you to explore to see what you can find on your own. A lot of these I just found by exploring on my own. So the first one I want to show you is called the Puppet Warp tool. The Puppet Warp tool is over here, looks like a thumbtack. And if you don't see this icon, do a right click on this little triangle because you might have the free transform button instead. So you want the thumbtack, and I'm going to come over here to my drink that I made, and you're going to do a left click onto your object, and notice how it gives you all these lines. So every time I click, it gives me a point that I can manipulate. So I have all of these areas here that I've clicked, and now notice that when I drag these out, how it kind of warps the whole shape. Make it look kind of funky if you want. Go back to my original shape. But that is the Puppet Warp tool. So you can try it out, see what you think, see if it'll help you with getting some specific curves. I did that with this section right here of the drink. I also did it over here on the chocolate of my ice cream and the actual ice cream part. So that's pretty cool. The next ones that I want to show you are the spiral tool, arc tool, and it's another one that's over here. Let me find it. Here we go. So you probably have the line segment tool, which we used when we were creating the umbrella in our flat design. But there's also this arc tool, and what it does is like the line tool or line segment. It lets you draw a line, but it can draw a line at a curve. So right now I don't have any stroke color on there, so it's invisible. Let me choose a stroke color so you can see it. You can always manipulate these lines, so have them curve or rotate or flip different ways. But the arc tool lets you draw lines with an arc to it. You also have a spiral tool, which does like what it says, draws a spiral for you. You have a rectangular grid tool, so if you wanted to make something on an actual grid and plot where it's at and then just remove the grid, you can do that. And also a polar grid, which looks kind of like a spider web. So if you wanted to do a Halloween theme for your project, that would be nice to use. I also want to show you the text tool, which is over here. Yours probably looks like that. It says type tool. And it allows you to type, so you can draw in a text box. You will want to come up, make sure I get my, here where it says character, that's your font. So you can choose what font you want it to be, whichever one you like. You can choose the font style. It looks like with that one that's only regular, you can choose the size. You can choose how it's aligned. You can do it with a mesh. You can transform the whole thing. Another cool thing that I like, I'm going to delete this. Get my box. Selection tool, sorry guys. This in here, you have an area type tool where you can type inside of an area. I like this one here, type on a path. So because I have this spiral path, if I click on there, notice how it copies that curve of the spiral. So if I click over here, oops, have to have an actual path for it to work on. But those are kind of cool. Let's see, another one that I wanted to show you is the paintbrush tool. The paintbrush tool, if you haven't discovered this, is really neat because you can just literally paint on whatever you want for your designs. So if you want to make something cool, it'll fill in some spaces for you. It does cause issues as far as getting to fill in any empty spots, but hopefully you know that you can get to your Pathfinder tool. If you haven't figured this out yet, you should, and be able to combine or unite certain areas. And then let's see if it'll let me do a fill color, and it will fill it in for you. So use some of these tools. There's also join. I got to remember where it's at. The blend tool is kind of cool. You can blend colors in together. See, like that. So let's see, where is the join? The slice tool. You can cut something up and know what areas you want it to be cut into. I haven't played too much with that one yet. Sprayer. Oh, you got to have a symbol first. So anyway, I wanted to show you guys some of these. There's all these tools over here you can try out. Let's see what's on this side. Scale tool, eraser tool that will erase pixels, so be careful with that. This one you can edit paths with this. So anywhere where you have these dots, you can click on it and you can resize and reshape, kind of like the puppet warp tool, but a little bit different. You can add more anchor points in there and then alter them, which is kind of cool. Like with the mustard here, you could do that. The pen tool, if you just want to draw something out, this one's kind of tricky because I've done this before, and then you see it does weird little designs. But anyway, I wanted you to see all of these tools that are available to you so that you can keep playing and learning and do some more with Illustrator. So have fun, guys.